Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Mod Driven. Wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. A little while back, I saw a video on YouTube, of course, about the radio, and that you could change a setting so that you could have a web browser there. Because you know, you need that when you're driving around trying to concentrate on the road, right? But I thought it was pretty cool, and it seemed legitimate. So I thought I'd give it a try. I wrote down all the directions and stuff, and then I went out and jumped in my Honda Civic. Went through the procedure, plugged everything in, couldn't get it to work. Couldn't even get the browser to come up at first. Messed with it a little bit more, did get a browser to come up, but apparently that system does not have enough oomph to bring up something like YouTube, for example. Was gonna bring up my own channel, see how it worked, you know. So I decided I was gonna put it back. And by the way, for that to work, you have to have access to Wi-Fi. So either you have to have a hotspot if you're not sitting in your garage, which I don't know why you wouldn't just go in the house and use your computer or your phone to watch whatever you want. But anyway, you have to be connected to Wi-Fi via a hotspot or something free out in the air, I guess. Kind of hard to find when you're cruising down the freeway. So that makes it kind of a drag. It's not like something that's just over air. So I decided to remove it, which I did. I set it back to the way that it was. And by the way, you really don't even have to do that because the settings that you change to enable the browser default back to not enabled once you turn the car off. So you have to go through this 10-step procedure every time if you want to have access supposedly to this browser that doesn't even work. Now, I had a problem. After I did that, turned the car back on, and I had all these error messages pop up on the screen, things that weren't working. All these sensors were reacting, right? And I thought, well, there is no way that doing what I did could have caused that problem. I didn't change anything as far as the guts or the brain of the car, right? But I didn't do anything else. And I was just sitting here. I hadn't even been out driving or anything. So, shut the car off again, turned it back on, everything seemed to be normal. But let me tell you a quick story. One of the things that happened was I did get a final error message, 1, instead of the 5 or 6 that came up after I tried this radio procedure. And it's because I had the lane departure turned off. So it was a normal function of the car just telling me that I had turned that off. I panicked. I thought, oh, geez, I really do have a problem. I didn't. It was a normal thing for the car to tell me. But anyway, my point here is I guess if you come across that on the web and you want to try it in your car, just be aware that it can cause other problems for some reason. You might get these error messages. They might not go away. Who knows? I was lucky. In my case, everything seems to be fine, but it's just something to know if you're going to start playing around with these settings because it's really more like a developer kind of setting in the radio, not something that's easily accessible by the owner unless you have the recipe like I had. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I had mentioned it in a previous video, so I didn't want to leave you hanging. Let you know what happened, and right now the car is fine, no issues, still nothing wrong with it. Very happy with this car, by the way. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know. Ever gotten into the system in your car, be it a Honda Civic or anything else, and messed things up? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about the Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.